Okay, so today we will start. Today we will start one new property of the liquid, and that is known as surface tension. So in our daily life observation, we have so many things which is due to this surface tension. What we have observed in one simple example is that mosquitoes are just running over the surface of water, or some more bugs can run over the surface of water. That is because of one force on the surface of on the layer of that water. So there is one that force. That force is force related to this surface tension. And if one third experiment, one can think, if this is that glass of water, and we have one floating paper over here, and on that floating paper we just take one needle, just with grease, using grease. So that with that grease, we have that needle. It is now on this floating paper. So after some time, this floating paper absorbs the water and just come down to the lower surface of water, and this needle with that grease that can start just floating on the surface of that water. And that actually that this is made up of iron. So the density of this needle, this is much more than the density of water, but still it is floating on the surface of water. This is because of that force, that is the surface tension. So, and the surface of a liquid, generally water drop, this is spherical because it's attain the minimum surface area. This is also because of that surface tension. If you are taking that mercury drop, and that the size of mercury drop will be smaller, then its surface will be its shape will be spherical. But after some time, its shape it is changed like that. Why? In this case, that surface tension is effective, the intermolecular force is effective, then its shape is spherical. But after some time, when it's that gravitational force, it is more than, our gravitational force is effective with compared to that surface tension, then the shape of that mercury drop is distorted. And this same case is also for the water. If the shape is sufficiently, that size is sufficiently small, then the shape will be spherical. But after some time, if the bigger size and the effect of that gravitational force is more, then the shape is distorted, and it can the shape will change. So all these are because of this the one property that is known as surface tension. So let us define mathematically what is actually the surface tension is. So if this is the surface of water, or surface of any liquid, water, and mathematically the surface tension is defined as this is force per unit length, mathematically. So the surface tension, this is force per unit length. But force means the direction should be there. The direction should be there. So force in which direction? So clearly we should mention that the direction of force also. So it is defined as when we draw one line on the surface of this water. We just drawing one line on the surface of water. Then the force on the surface, like this, not inside the surface, on the surface. So this is then this surface tension is defined as the force per unit length. So when we draw a line on the surface of liquid, on the surface of liquid, and of length L, and the force is along the surface then the surface tension is defined as force per unit length so this is let us represent this by sigma or T surface tension if we want to define that T tension is T, so let's open. So this is T, so T is equal to F by L. Okay, so now you can have its unit and dimension. So the unit will be unit of surface tension T will be, what will be? This is Newton per meter. So in SI unit, this is Newton per meter, and the dimension of surface tension will be, this is force MLT minus 2 and this is L. So this is M L naught T minus 2. Okay, so this is simple definition of the surface tension. Surface tension is actually the force per unit length. So mathematically it's defined as just by taking one simple statement. When we are drawing one straight line on the surface of that liquid, and the force on the toward the surface, on the surface, not inside or upward that direction. That force is not in the upward direction, upward of the plane or inside the plane. It's on the surface. So toward the direction of the plane, then this force per unit length, this is known as surface tension mathematically, and this T is equivalent to F upon L, and the unit and dimension can be written. So in short terms, you can write this. Now let us see the mechanism behind this surface tension. Obviously, everywhere we are using that molecular theory. The force between two neighboring molecules or force among molecules. So here also we will use the molecular theory to explain this surface tension. So the molecular theory, it is let us have that liquid made up of so many molecules, this is the container, and we will think about three molecules. One is somewhere here, and next one is, if this is the surface, next one is somewhere here, and third one is somewhere here. So we are thinking about three molecules of water. You have 3 pints. One is here, pint A, this is pint A, this is pint B, this is pint C. Now we will think about the intermolecular forces. So obviously there will be numbers of molecules around this particular HMR molecules. If this is the exact water, so water molecules. So the force on this molecule, because of this, in this the molecules here in this direction, that will be along this. And one molecule is obviously one molecule is here also. So the direction of force due to this molecule will be along this, and here in this direction also, and in that direction, in this direction. So everywhere the force, each and identical force will be here. Because in equal distance, all the molecules are around this molecule A. So the force applied by the molecules along this direction and along this direction, everywhere the equal force will be applied by the neighboring molecules. So as a resultant, what will happen? This molecule will be at equilibrium. Why? Because one force applying this direction, it is balanced by this. So the total resultant force, one can say. So the total resultant force, in this case, total resultant force F is equal to 0. Because every force will be cancelled. That molecule A, so A will be in equilibrium. Okay, so now let's think about this point B. Here in this direction the force will be like this, in this direction the force will be like this, in this direction force will be like this, in this direction. So everywhere again different forces are applying, but less atoms or less molecules of water are there above in the above part of this point B. So the force this in this direction and force in this direction, this force will be less than this. This force will be less than this, because there is a big water column here, and here is that amount of water, number of water molecules is less. Yes, sir. So here this is not completely in equilibrium condition. Slight force will be resultant force will be there inside this liquid, inside this water. This is completely in equilibrium. 100% force, resultant force is 0. But here that resultant force is not completely 0. Some force may be applied in the direction of inside that the liquid. But here in this point C, there is no molecules in the upper part of this this molecule. There is no molecule. So this force is balanced by this. Along this, on the surface, this force is balanced by this. But the force applied here, this in this all in all this direction, these are not balanced. These are not in equilibrium. So resultant force, let's say one force is applying this, and then another force is applying this. So the resultant force of this will be what this? We have that vector part of force. So one force is along this, another force is along this. So the resultant force will be along this. So ultimately, in this molecule which is on the surface of that liquid, one force will be applied. Resultant force will be applied around this. So if actually this atom is not going inside that liquid, it is on the surface. So obviously there is a need of energy to balance this force, and that energy is known as surface energy. So that surface energy, which is in form of the potential energy, is stored on these molecules to attain these molecules on the surface of that liquid. So that's why this particular surface, it is in the tensed form. Surface tension on the surface. Okay, so that molecules on this surface, the resultant force will be inside that liquid, and in order to balance this force, one surface energy is required, and that surface energy that is stored on that molecules and in form of potential energy, and because of that the surface of this liquid, it is got tensed. It is in tension form. So to balance that, otherwise if there is no energy, that energy, then that molecules on the surface must be inside that liquid. But here already this is the liquid, and where that particular molecule will go. Okay, so this is that the theory of this molecular theory of that, and one term that is known as the surface energy is defined. So in the case of that liquid drop, why that is what is that? Why that is in spherical form? Because in every direction that force is inside the center, toward the center of that liquid, and to balance that, the minimum potential energy is stored on the surface of that liquid, and that minimum potential energy, and that requires that minimum surface area, and we know that the surface area, especially in the case of spherical shape, it is minimum. you have different formula for the surface area, different shapes, the triangle, cube, and conic shape. Everywhere you have different formula, and you can get you can have that surface area, that is 4 pi r square, I think so, 4 pi r square, that is for the sphere. This is minimum. So the minimum surface area is spherical. That's why the shape of that water drop, that mercury drop in a sufficiently smaller shape, that will be minimum. Okay, so let us define that surface area. So this that surface energy. Surface energy, this is defined as, this is work done upon increase in surface area. So every energy term is related to work done. Here also, this is trying to come inside that liquid, and so we have to do some work to keep that molecules at the surface. That is conserving, storing in the form of potential energy. This is known as surface energy. So this surface energy is actually the potential energy stored on the molecules on the surface of that liquid. So this surface energy, this is defined as work done upon increase in the surface area. So let us have some mathematical term also, and you have that soap bubble cases. If we dip just one circular ring inside that soap bubble, then just when we keep this out, then one thin film, simple thin film, it is formed, and that on that surface of that thin film, if it is a good one, so there will that surface tension can be defined. So that in the third experiment, let us have, this is that spherical, this is one special shape wire, and there is one sliding side is here. Just this is made up of just copper wire and any metallic wire, and this part is sliding part. It can slide in this direction and in this direction. Okay, so when we dip this particular system, this wire configuration in the soap bubbles, then what will happen? One film will be formed in this part. Okay, so when we are just dipping this particular system in the solution of soap, so solution of soap are just a detergent. So one film will be formed on here. And what will happen? This sliding part will be slightly shifted in this part due to tension on this surface. So initially this was like this, without any in the initial condition, when we are not dipping this particular system in the solution of soap, a detergent, then this is the initial position. When we are just dipping this inside the solution, and we are just keeping this out, then slightly this is shifted to this, and the complete that film, it is means one force is applying along this, and we are just taking this with length, so that some surface tension terms can be used here. And let us see, this displacement is delta x or x, and the total length, this length is L, the length of this wire L. So we can calculate work. Okay, so the work done, it is equivalent to force multiplied by displacement okay, and this force force multiplied by displacement, and displacement is delta x here, and this what's about this one, where force is related with surface tension, that's related with surface tension, and this surface tension T, it is equal to force by L. So force, this implies force is equal to T multiplied by L. Okay, so this force is equal to T multiplied by L, and we can put here, so this work done that is equal to force is T multiplied by L multiplied by X, whatever we are taking, delta X. So this is delta X, but here I will just multiply this by 2. Why? Because we have, in this case, we have two surfaces, in this part and the inside part. So here 2 is introduced because of two surfaces of film. So if we have this system, then upper surface and lower surface, we have two surfaces, that's why 2 is introduced here. So the total work done will be equal to 2TL multiplied by delta X. We have to calculate the surface energy. So for the surface energy, what we need, this is the work done, and we have to calculate increase in the surface area. Okay, so the surface energy, this is work done upon increase in surface area. So increase in surface area is this. So what will be this? This is L multiplied by delta X. This is increase in surface area. So we can calculate that surface energy. Is it over? So first we have to calculate work done, and then the increase in surface area. Increase in surface area, that is equal to L multiplied by delta X. So this, so surface energy, it is equal to, the work done is 2TL multiplied by delta X by L multiplied by delta X. So this is 2T. And 2 is because of two surfaces, remember this. So ultimately we can say the surface energy is related to, equal to that surface tension. So surface energy is related to surface tension is equal to surface tension. Or this work done, this can be equal to the surface energy multiplied by increase in the surface area. So whenever you can use in some logical explanation by that the shape of that water drop is spherical. So here this is related with the surface energy and increase in the surface area. So multiplication of these two, this to be minimum, because each and every materials have a tendency to attain a minimum potential energy. So the minimum work done should be there. So if minimum work done is there, minimum potential energy is there, means the multiplication of these two must be minimum. So either of these have to be balanced. Either surface energy, this must be minimum, or this area increase, that must be minimum. So the multiplication of these two, this is balanced form in order to get this work done minimum. Okay. So we have some more terminology we can use here. Adhesive force and cohesive force, again here in this molecular theory, because we have, this is that solid surface, and we are using the force between two molecules, and there is one force with these molecules and this atom of that container. For example, if it is copper container, then the force between this water molecule and this atoms of this copper container, this will be the another type of force. So two forces we can define, that is the adhesive force and cohesive force. Why in thermometer mercury is used? Why not water? Mercury, it is not stick on the surface of that glass. But water molecule, when we keep water in a glass, so some water molecule, it is adhesed on the surface of that water part. But if we have mercury, it is not stick on the surface of that. अगर बाय द वे कोई मर्क्यूरी अगर कोई गलती से गिर जाए ना, बल्कि ये था अगर कोई ग्लास को ये गिर जाए, पूरे जस्ट एक स्मॉल स्फेरिकल ड्रॉप्स के फॉर्म में पूरा सरफेस में, पूरा फर्श में फैल जाता है और कोई नुकसान नहीं होता. जस्ट एक ये लीजिए, झाड़ू लीजिए और उसको इकट्ठा करिए, और इकट्ठा करके एसिटेस सिंपल से इकट्ठा करो, इकट्ठा करके वापस जहाँ से लिए थे उसको उसमें डाल सकते हो. नो इम्प्योरिटी स्टिक. इट्स अ वेरी गुड मेटालिक लिक्विड. उसमें कोई नुकसान नहीं हो सकता. वो सबको ऐसे इकट्ठा करके उस पॉट पे रखा जा सकता. तो वापस एसिटेस विद द सेम अमाउंट विदाउट एनी लॉस. तो वो एक आध ड्रॉप अगर तुमने इधर उधर छोड़ दिया अलग बात है, अदरवाइज 100% दैट मर्क्यूरी इट कैन बी कलेक्टेड अगेन.
हाथ में रखा था मैं एक बार.
So why? Because we have two terms. One is cohesive force, and second one is adhesive force. Intermolecular force. हर्षी बेटा कॉफी टाइम हो गया, लेट हो जाएगा मेरे को. This is the force between two identical atoms or molecules. Okay, that is force between H2O molecules or Hg atoms. So if same molecules are atoms are there, and the force between that water molecules and Hg atoms, so that force is known as cohesive force. And this is the force between two different atoms or molecules easy force between H2O and the atoms of that water pot or that container. So here, in this case, here one cohesive force will be there. Cohesive force is there because in the neighboring the water molecules are there. So one water molecule attracted with another water molecule, the force is cohesive. But here in the surface, in this part, here the container, so here the force will be adhesive. Okay, so next we will discuss in the next class.
है।